Hello, this is Dale. Uh, what I'm showing you now is I have this new hobby, lapidary, which is dealing with rocks and stones. And this is a group of stones that I tumbled, which means you put it in this machine and it rolls them around and around and around and it grinds them off and polishes them up and everything. And this is one load that I've gone through all the way through the rough stage, through the pre-polish and the polish, and they come out pretty good. Uh, I'll go through and show you some of them. I have to tip this thing down so I just show you down here. Let's keep looking at my face. Okay. Should be able to see it pretty good now. Okay, this is just some I'll go through. This is one. I'm not sure if this is. It's got some clear parts. No reddish part. You see it's all a little bit shiny. I said this has been gone through the whole thing through the polishing stage. It's a little one. Kind of cute. This is a pretty nice one. This is the bigger one. And it's got a lot of red in it. I guess they call this Jasper. Don't quote me on that. But you can actually see it's got a really nice shine to it. Different colors around there. And it's really smooth. All right, these first ones are going to be some of the bigger ones. It's another one. It's red. I call it Jasper because most Jasper is red. I don't really know what most of these stones, the actual scientific name is for them, but they're definitely all stones. And like, like when I first got them, they were all rough, and like this would be rough and sharp edge along here, and dull all along here. This has got different kinds. It's got the shiny actual stone part, and this here, back here, is called they call it the host rock, which is what the gem stone is actually on. But it's polished up. You see, this got a really nice shine to it. I think it does. Another one of these redder ones. But this one's got like a more grainy, quartzy side over here. A little seam through it. And it's got the red and the other type stone over there. It's all shiny. And it'd look even shinier if it was wet. Let me show you. See, now that it's wet, it actually glistens. You can see how much shinier it is. A lot of times you do that, it'll get like that just with being polished right. I haven't had that kind of luck. But, or you can put mineral oil on it, which brings it out. But that's just another one Got some nice formations on this side of it. Here's one. This is a black and white, black stone with white little stripies in it, little spider web type stuff in it. Get that one wet again on there. You see how when it's wet, how much shinier it is? Okay. Here's another one where it's that red on one side, which is a kind of Jasper, I reckon, to this over here, which is kind of a quartzy side, or agate sides, kind of agate. Red Jasperish, then kind of shiny, whitish, agate looking. Not pretty good. It's another little, another reddish stone. I said it's really smooth, no rough edges. Kind of shines on its own. Pretty shiny. Pretty shiny. Okay. Now this, I think you all know what this is. This is a tiger eye. This is a pretty big chunk of it here, right here actually. And you see all the striations, the serrations. See there. All of those. Tiger eyes are really nice. I've got some new stones coming in. It's gonna be actually a blue tiger eye instead of this is like a brown tiger eye. The other one is a blue tiger eye, so it's got all the colors and the layers and stuff like that, but it's blue instead of this brown material. Okay, where we go now? Here's another one. Lots of nice colors. It's got kind of a reddish brown in there. See a lot of this white marking through it. It just kind of sets it off some. Now that's with it wet. You really see it there. That shines when it glistens in the thing. That's a pretty nice piece. Okay, here's a nice one. This is pink quartz, or rose quartz, pink quartz. And it's completely smooth. There's no other color in it but the pink quartz. It's quite nice. Quite nice, I got to admit. I have some bigger pieces of that. I'll show you when I get to them. Here's one. Oh, I can get to them right here. This same thing. This is still just pink quartz, but look at the size of that one. And it's still all real shiny, smooth, shiny. I think it's very pretty. Put that down with my other one. Like I said, I've got another. Here's another big piece. I don't know why I've got so many big pieces of this, but there's another of the pink quartz or rose quartz, whatever you want to call it. Whichever name you prefer. It's another with a red rock, Jasper-y looking, with little bands of agate like through it, right through there. So agate showing up across there, all across there. And I think some people call this ironstone almost because of the red color. I'm not sure if that's the real name or not. But that's another, instead of me saying just a red stone, I can call it ironstone from now on. This here you can see with the band, a little quartzy looking band across there. And this part down here is a little rougher, but it's kind of agate looking, I guess you'd say. I would say, because I just did say it. Okay, this is another type that I like. This is the blue, or Lapis Lazu. Now this can get a lot prettier. Just looks kind of dull. I mean, it's polished all up, but it doesn't have the really pretty shine. When it dried out, it lost its shine. Let's see. There, now you can see that shine a lot better. You're not supposed to, I'm licking the rock. You're really not supposed to do that. It's not very good. There could be some bad stuff on this rock. Anyway, that's the Lapis Lazu. That's one piece. I got more of that. This here, this is actually just a black, it's not obsidian. It's black. I think they call it, I think they say this is called like chert, or a type of chert. That's with a CH. Black, dark. It's not the black shiny of like obsidian, which is more glass-like. This is like a dull matte. Even though this is polished up, still got kind of a matte finish to it. Okay. And this here was crystal point. Crystal points, really shouldn't tumble them, because what makes them unique is the crystal formation. And when you tumble, it takes all that sharp edge, and you lose the actual crystal shape. So probably shouldn't have tumbled this. I won't do it again. You don't want a crystal point to be rounded off, because it's not a point anymore. What's the point of that, right? So this is really a nice little pretty one. It's that ironstone or something with a little lighter section back here. See there? Got kind of a, I don't know, you get the red, and then the other side here, it's got that kind of brownish. See, these are all really, really smooth. Really, really smooth. I like them. Now this one's kind of neat. I'm not sure what to call it, but it's got like a darker brownish, blackish brown color here, and on this other side, you can see it better here with the light white across it. It's green, a green hue in there. So I'm not sure what the deal is with that, but it makes a really interesting looking rock with the dark and the light green. I got another couple like this. This is another really nice piece of tiger's eye, or this here would be kitty cat's eye. It's a lot smaller than the tiger, but it's saying you see all the formations in it. And I can't wait. Monday, I'll get me some more that's blue. Instead of this brown, it's blue tiger eye. That's what I'm looking forward to getting. Okay, here, got these little blue ones. This is almost like a like an opalish, some kind of opal maybe. I'm not sure. I'll go out on a limb and say it is an opal. There's all kinds of opal. There's another little piece. Pretty much all one color for the most part. It's pretty much straight quartz crystal. All clear, white, clear or white, whatever. Here's another one of those stones I said I had before. The red on one side and the kind of greenish on the other. It's just separated by a little darker band right there. It's really hard to do because I just got to move it around one hand because I can't use my other hand because I had broken my arm. See this? I took that left arm. I had a fall when I was walking the dog, and I fell on my arm, and it broke. It broke the upper arm, dislocated, broke it, split it, knocked the ball joint off, cut the ball joint off of it. I'm in the process of trying to get this taken care of. So I'm stuck with using just one hand. I can't really, well, I can use my hand like that if I don't have to move my arm, but then you can't see the rock way back here. But this is another one like the other one I showed you with the red and the kind of greenish gray. But I got quite a pile of rocks piling up down here. I may have to move some of them off. This is another one. I'm not sure, that's just a dark piece of stone. Again, not obsidian because it's not glassy black. I think this is like a chert. They call it chert. I'm not sure. I'm no geologist. I haven't studied the stuff close enough. But it's that one's kind of like what this one was. You remember that one, do you? They're both about the same. This one's a little bit shinier than that one, though. I don't know why. Okay, this one, another big piece of cat's eye, tiger's eye. This is definitely a tiger. See how big that is. See all the undercutting, all the layers in there. This stuff is, so it's obviously a sedimentary rock because it's is made in layers, sediment getting laid down in water, laid down, hardened up, then another layer settled on top of that and made another layer, and just layer after layer, you just got more layers, and luckily you got ones with a little different coloring, so you can tell it's very distinct between the layers. They kind of like that. There's another one of those crystal points that isn't a crystal anymore. It's just a quartz, piece of quartz, period. Another piece of Lapis Lazu, blue. See the blue there pretty easy, pretty nice. I like Lapis Lazu too. This, I'm not sure what this is. Maybe call it some kind of fossil. Most time you say fossils, rock fossils, you're talking about like this is some type of coral. These different formations and stuff in it. Things like that. You can see the different shape and look to that there. So anyway, this might be a fossil coral. Another of the same thing. Another one I find it really neat. Here, this one here. There's it's called the Dalmatian Stone. You can obviously see why. Black and is white with black spots like a Dalmatian. This is also a fossil of some type of coral that left these little spots. These like the end on view, like little polyps. That's what that is, Dalmatian. Obvious reason for the naming. This is kind of a nice one. It's got a kind of a light, clearish looking white, light gray look here. And on this other side too, when it's got this really white streak. It's like an Oreo cookie with the filling on the inside. This definitely would lay down in 3 layers. Imagine that center is just a kind of plain quartz. And the outside, I would dare to say, is the type of kind of agate. And this side here would have been the outside, how rough that is. That didn't polish really at all. So that would have been the outside. And of course you had the cream filling. And then the bottom of the cookie, the gray, almost translucent. Probably would be if it was thin enough to get through it. And there you go. Okay. What else I got of interest here? Okay, here's some good, more little Dalmatian stone kind of thing. See, it's a little bit different. A little bit better view of that one. And then, of course, that one too. Obviously, Dalmatian. I don't know what the actual rock is, but the common name we use is Dalmatian stone. Okay, this is the other one that I showed you earlier. definitely more obvious. The definition between the white and the black little spots is better. You can see that. Okay, what else we got? That's a nice one. This is the another piece of tiger's eye. You can see much more of the layers, and this is all shined up pretty good. You see how many layers. You really watch the serrations down here. It goes up and up and up. See, you really see it, looking at it on the long way. You see all the stratas. It's a nice piece of tiger's eye. Nice piece. Okay, another piece of I said agate, ironstone, and agate, I guess. I don't know if anybody out there knows, put it down in the comments. I'd love to find out for sure. There's some more of it though. I just like the red color. The red agate, and it's an agate color. Agate is kind of almost clearish, but not quite. It's what makes agate kind of nice. Now here's a really big piece of it. Like I said, this has all been polished. All kind of shiny. This red has got all the white little inclusions all the way through it. And shiny, shiny. Shiny, shiny, shiny. Okay. But here's another thing that people kind of call this picture stone, because it's almost like you see it from a distance, it's almost like there could be a painting or a picture inside of that with the different colors. Just use your imagination a little bit, and you can turn it into whatever you want. Here we go. There we go. Another big piece of rose quartz, or pink quartz. Very smooth. Very, very smooth. Now this one here is more of a true agate look to it. Almost, he really looks like an agate. Agate's kind of got that almost translucent look to it. Kind of clearish. This is tinted a little bit. And I don't know. Can't really shine. There we go. They have the light shines almost right through it. Got the flashlight underneath it, and it's shining right up through the rock. Next to my thumb, you can see that all the way up there. You can see this with the, for instance, look at the pink quartz. Shines all the way through it. Light goes almost all the way through it. Shows it off really nice. This is a piece of Lapis Lazu. It's got light shining through it too. You can see the little splotches of, that's the flashlight. I'm holding the flashlight underneath it. And it's actually, the light is actually shining through the stone on those two places. That's unusual. That's just a plain ass piece of white stone, period. All to be said for it. Another green, bluish green. You almost call this a kind of jade, I guess. It's a jadish color. Might be a jade. Don't know for sure. Might be, could be. Another one of those things, kind of a picture stone. Gives you a little bit better idea what I'm talking about. You see the different layers down here. And it changes color as it goes up. So you can envision kind of a picture of a plateau or prairie on that. Good example, a better example of a picture stone than the other one I had. Another piece of Lapis Lazu. This one, you can't see it. It's actually got little gold specks in it. You can see it up close. Especially if I get it wet. Not sure what those specks are. But it's interesting. I like the blue. You don't really get many blue stones, blue rocks. So that's kind of neat, kind of cool. Another, it's just kind of a quartzy looking stone. Nothing spectacular about it or anything. Looking at the picture, it looks almost purplish, which makes it kind of amethysty looking. That probably is a piece of amethyst right there. Gives it that purplish look to it. Which is saying you see it better in the camera than you can in person looking at it. You really see the purple in the camera view. Another one of those black stones. Black on one side, or black on one side, kind of greenish on the other with that white quartz band through the center of it, which makes it look neat. Okay. What else we got here? This here is actually a fossil, coral fossil. All these little bands here are segments of the coral, which actually coral. This was an animal at one time. Corals were alive. You see on the end, you see where the actual part of the animal would have come out through the center and then spread out on top of this thing like a fan. They call these crinoids or something. I was looking, I had a piece of, thought I had a piece of pyrite in here somewhere. Another piece of Lapis Lazu. My blue Lapis Lazu is definitely blue. Huh. Okay. It's another, I don't know, kind of neat black with the quartz band in there. You see, oh, you see the band that way, how it runs through it. Another piece I'm calling like ironstone or whatever I decided to call it. Reddish, very smooth, nothing to it, no features at all except the same solid color. Period. Another nice view of like what would be a picture stone with the outside brownish and the bluish greenish center. If you can imagine that being a picture or something. So they call it picture stone. I like that too. I don't have many of these. I don't have any very big ones of these. But I would like to. That's really nice. Pretty. Another just piece of kind of agate looking thing. Yeah. Then I think that's another amethyst looking stone. Yeah. Really shows up nice purple on the video. Better than in looking straight at it. But you really see the purple on it in the video. Now that's really opally looking stone. I believe that is some kind of opal. Got the opal colors to it for sure. Really pretty. Really pretty. I'm actually looking through the stones, looking for that. I know I saw it in here earlier. Piece of pyrite, iron pyrite. Can't seem to find it now though. There's a little piece of picture stone-ish looking thing. Or ironstone with a band of quartz. Hmm. Another really good sample of Dalmatian Stone. Right there. Prime example of Dalmatian. Not really sure what this is either. It's just banded something. That's just interesting looking. The bands run all the way through it. You see along there and along there. Well, I'm going to put that down. I'm going to show you something here. This is a piece of tiger's eye that I was trying to make a Capicon out of. But see, it's actually took a slice of a tiger's eye, then made a shape, drew a shape on it, and whittled it down and tried to dome it over, which is called cabbing. Like you take a taxi cab, called cabbing. And this is a pretty good sized cab. I couldn't get this to polish up much better. I think I will try to go back. I have one polishing pad. Polishes as well as, well, polish this with it. That's as well as it did. But you can actually see the shape, the dome shape I'm trying to get out of it there. And you can see a dome shape that way too. So interesting looking. Yeah, I'll show you all of them. There were a pile of them down that way. Anyway, my son says, what are you doing there? What are you going to do with them? And I said, I just like them. I like looking at them. I'm going to sit here and look at them. It's what I'm going to do. And I hope you've enjoyed looking at them with me. Okay, thanks a lot, everybody. I just figured out how to get this posted.